Hey guys, in this week's tip, we're going to go over some of the new enhancements and new functionality included in SMS QuickStore. You know, the streamlined version of our full-blown e-commerce application. Now, even though all the functionality we're going to cover today is included in the full version of SMS X-Store, the full e-commerce application, the functionality may be interacted a little bit differently with the full-blown version. But in this version, I'm going to show you everything that you can do with SMS QuickStore, the easy-to-use, streamlined version. So without further ado, let's hop in. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is some of the new graphics and new badges that are available here at the item level. But instead of showing you that here on the featured products homepage, I'm going to go over and hop over into shopping. Now these new badges and new graphics are intended to make use of the regular priced items, the sale priced items, the TPR priced items, and even the in-store priced items within the pricing table. So to show you that, let's take a quick little review. First one up, let's take a look at weekly sales. So if I just click that here, now my sample database, I'm only going to have one item that's on sale. But this is the sale item, the regular sale column in the price table for this particular item. So that's kind of cool. It lets the customer know that this particular item is on sale. And if we dive into this item a little bit deeper, it will also have some additional information up here about when that particular sale goes off. So if I hop back to the main shopping table and I click on long-term sale, look what happens now. We get some more items up here that have the word save up here instead of sale. Now in this case, long-term sale is the TPR column of the price table in SMS Pro. So every time a TPR is activated, you're going to see the save column here. And again, if we drill down a little bit deeper, you're going to see some additional information about that particular item. Now the last one here is pretty self-explanatory, Manager Special. That's actually in-store pricing, so you can see it gets a nice fancy different little badge here. So those are the three main prices. Sale is what you expect, sale column in SMS price table. Save is the TPR column, and this special, this blue badge here, that is the one for in-store pricing. All of those work with SMS Pro batching, and all of those work with the dates and times listed in that price table. Now the next thing we're going to take a look at are these little circle graphics right here, this little badge right beside this particular piece of turkey. Now if I click on that, you're going to see it lets me know that there's a coupon available. Now to show you all the effects of these badges and all the types that are available, I'm going to go ahead and find an item that I've got set up for us here. I'm just going to paste it in the description and hit enter, and it's going to go find that item for us here. And you can see I've got the 4 main badges right here. Let's go through each one of those right now. So although I can highlight each badge and click on it, in this case it's going to be a little bit easier just to double click on the item itself and bring up all the badges and all the details about that particular item. So you can see the little blue ribbon here. That lets us know that we get bonus points on the item. The little present looking icon here, that shows us that we can redeem 1,000 points to get a discount on this particular offer. Now, in this particular item, we can also redeem points and get the item for free, so you're going to see a very, very similar badge to that. And then the last one we saw, the coupon that's available. So this is a coupon that if the customer is a first responder, they're going to go ahead and get a discount on this. So you can see there, nice little badges that show up in all aspects. If I come back to shopping here, you can see they're going to show up in the grid as well to let your customers know that these particular items have some extra special features included with them. The next thing that we want to review is the new functionality included in how you can group items and place them in a hierarchy here within the shopping tab of SMS QuickStore. Now for those of you that saw the original demos, you know that originally when you hit shopping, it brought up departments. Now I know it says categories over here, but that's just one of those quirks where it should say departments, but it doesn't. It says categories. Here are all the departments that are available in the SMS Pro department table. And you can see those reflected over here with the appropriate images and all that sort of thing. I went through and put forth the effort of putting in the department here so that you can see that out of the box what happens when I click on this beer department as an example, it's going to drill down into the next grouping, in this case out of the box, which is categories. So I have a category in my beer department of beer case 24. Now that's all fine and dandy, but this new functionality allows us to change this up a little bit, probably have it make a little bit more sense. So we can start at the department level, then drill down to the sub-department level, and then from there we can go into some other breakdowns as well. The other option would be to drill from categories down to departments as well. So there's some couple things that you can do with a hierarchy. You just need to get with your reseller to set that grouping that you want up on your website. This isn't something for the retailer to do, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come back to browse aisles. I'm going to stop the video here for a second, go make a slight change, and I'll show you how this can be adjusted. All right, so I went ahead and made that change behind the scenes. I'm right back here to where we were, showing all my departments here on the shopping tab. Now I'm going to go into the beer department, and look here. When I click that, instead of going to that category, which was case 24, I think, see how it goes to beer sub? I went ahead and put that so that we could see the difference. Beer department and beer sub department. So these are all the items that are included in the beer department and in the beer sub in this case. So that's a little bit easier for customers to follow, I think, to go from departments down to sub-departments. Typical grouping that they're probably used to seeing in your ads every day. So the last couple items we want to take a look at today include some new features and functions that are available when you open the QuickStore website within a phone, within a browser on the phone. Remember way back originally when we showed everybody this, there was a little confusion about, hey, is this an app? Is it not an app? No, it's not an app at all. All we are doing is simply using a website that is responsive and slims down when we open it up in a phone so that it looks like it should be on the phone, interacts with the phone, and it's just not some big old website that you got to go back and forth with scroll bars and all that sort of stuff. So it is in a browser, just like I have this one in Chrome today, but there is some new functionality. Some of that new functionality is pretty cool too. If you remember originally, we could not use the camera built into the phone to take a picture of the barcode to add an item to the order. And that was originally done because it was a browser application. We're using Chrome and we didn't have access to the camera. Well, the guys did some work and did some research, and now we figured out a way to add the camera functionality to the browser-based version of SMS QuickStore. To do it, it's probably what you expect. The customer is going to open up the website with the URL that you have right on their phone, and it's going to show in this slimmed down version set up perfectly for a phone, so the graphics and everything line up right. Now what they're going to do, instead of hitting the search bar up here, they're just going to come up to this bar, and you see this little barcode out here? It's like a lot of other apps out there. I know this isn't an app, but it's like a lot of other apps. If I hit the little barcode here, and I'm going to get an error because I'm not on a phone, but what is going to happen, it's going to open up a window, and it's going to have a new button here that says take a picture. On a real live phone, down here, this area, you know how like when you open up your camera app and you got that live preview and all that, that's what's going to show down here. So the customer's going to line up the barcode, and then they're going to tap that button right there, and it's going to take a picture, and with any luck, it's going to do something kind of like this. Let's see if I can get this to work out right. Oh, see how, well, I didn't actually scan the right item, but let's say I scan that particular item. It's going to pop up just like this, and it's going to show the item. It's going to allow you to add it to the card, and any discounts and all that neat stuff that we saw before would be available. So that's pretty cool, and that's a nice improvement over what we originally had. Now, the final piece we're going to talk about today is intended for store personnel only. And it's one of those things I'm not going to physically show you how to set it up. I'm just going to show you the result of it. So just get with your certified reseller, and he or she will be happy to get this set up for you. Again, this is intended for store personnel only. You'll make a slight change on the back, and you'll go out in the store using the same application, the same web URL that your customers use, only this time it's set up for employees. And the reason why we do this is, watch this. So let's imagine I don't have a picture of my boar's head turkey here. And if I go ahead and tap this item, because of this adjustment that I made, there's an update down here at the bottom because of this particular setup that allows me to go ahead and choose a file. Now, because I'm on a PC, when I hit choose file, it's going to go ahead and browse to my hard drive there. So what we would do in the real world, you would hit choose file, and it's going to go ahead and bring up the camera, almost like what we did with the barcode up here. Only this time, what you do is you take a picture of the item, you save it to this particular item right here within the application, and then that is going to be deployed to the back office and then eventually down to all the customers that are accessing the website. So it's a way for you to take some of those item pictures. One of those gripes that we had about originally about how do we get pictures into the item. Now, this isn't the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. So if you've got limited items in the store, or you just want to go out there and snap a picture of something that's new, come in, that's seasonal, and you don't want to have to mess around finding anything special, you can go ahead, have your reseller set this functionality up. Its setup is based on device, so it will be set up for you. Your normal customers aren't going to see this. There's a little special way that we can go do this so that only the store personnel on the device that you have set up right there for them in the store is going to do this. So your customers are going to see this. We wouldn't want them to be taking pictures of God knows what anyway, so we're certainly not going to allow that. But your store people with their specific purpose device in the store can be set up like this. You can go out, take a quick picture of the item, and have that set up so that everybody can enjoy those item pictures down the road. Well, that's it for this week's tip. Hopefully we've shown you a few extra ideas and some new functionality that will help you decide to put SMS QuickStore in your deployment yet today. Until next time, have a great day.